Hi, I welcome you all to the session called Last 7 Days Strategy to CAT. Teaching at Zion Education last so many years and writing last 14 consecutive CATs, I have realized there are some mistakes which people do and keep on doing even till CAT. And there are some things which people, especially those who finally get selected, have been doing and they kept doing till CAT. I'll share with you do's and don'ts with respect to last 7 days left for CAT. First most important thing is start revising. Instead of working on newer concepts and learning new topics at this point of time, I suggest start revising and give special focus to the chapters you had been very good at, be it nervous system, be it time, speed, distance or whatever. You need to find out what are the areas you have always been good at and you have been able to do the questions on that in mocks. So start revising. Second, I will suggest whatever has been your best mock till date, pick up that and talk to it for a couple of minutes. Talk to it as in see that you have got XYZ percentile, let's say 85 percentile. I am not taking an example of either 98 percentile or 60 percentile, 85 percentile. Talk to it as in at least I am worth 85 percentile. Now, not just talk to it, see what are the things, good things which you have done in this mock, bad things which you have done in this mock. And do this exercise 3-4 times. What will happen is, in your mind, things which are good, which you have been doing, which are giving you results, will start becoming stronger. At the same time, things which are bad will also start becoming stronger and therefore you will, over a period of time, stop doing them. Third thing I will suggest is pick up old CAT now onwards and write them as a test. Actual cutoffs of old mocks are available at various websites. Once you have written those tests, as a test, you can always compare your scores or percentiles vis-a-vis what were the scores which were required in that particular year to get IIM calls. Here I have a suggestion. Earlier, except for the last year, CAT used to be a test of 2 hours. When you are writing old mocks at home, do them in 1 hour 45 minutes instead of 2 hours. Reason being, whatever you will do here in 1 hour 45 minutes, most likely you will take some minutes extra there to produce the same efficiency. Right? So do them in 1 hour 45 minutes, giving equal time to all the sections. Another important thing is that students, I am seeing on a day-to-day basis, keep on saying, I have got this percentile, I have got that percentile, I am talking the bad percentiles, and I therefore cannot do it. They cannot keep saying this for their good percentiles. Everybody has got good percentiles sometimes bad percentiles. Normally, it's our tendency to keep revising the bad things which have happened onto us, and we do not revise the good things which have happened onto us. I will suggest forget whatever has happened has happened. Now, if you say that you could have worked hard last 2 months is past. You could have forget it. What you could have done, forget it. Now focus on what can be done. Right? Forget on the bad memories, forget on the bad percentiles, remember the good percentiles. That one. So, couple of things which you should be doing. Now, let's talk of some things which you should not be doing. I will suggest stop sharing your strategies with others, especially if you are getting good percentiles, say 95 plus. I will suggest stop sharing your strategies. There are 2 reasons for this. One, if you are getting good percentiles, why should others know how are you getting good percentiles? Your strategy, for example, can be maths first, English second, AI third. Your strategy could be maybe 30 minutes maths, 30 minutes DI, 30 minutes English, and then 15 minutes again maths, 15 minutes again English, 15 minutes again DI, etc., etc., etc. There are so many strategies. I will suggest do not share with them. Reason 1, I told you. Reason 2, now when you start sharing strategies, other person, maybe consciously, maybe subconsciously, will start telling you more strategies. यार अगर तूने ये कर लिया होता, then you could have got this percentile, that percentile, etc. And what happens is, a lot of things start going into your head which may or may not work. Mind it guys, it's 7 days left to CAT. It's not the time to test something new. It's the time to freeze the things which have been working for us last 2 to 3 months. Right. Another thing, second thing which you should not be doing is stop going for classes. Now why do I suggest that? Number one, going to classes is a very time consuming thing, as in your time of traveling is also included and your time of class is also included. And at the same time what happens is you again start sharing your strategies with your batchmates. Right. Avoid it. Rather, I will say focus on revising things sitting at home. You'll have better productivity. When you guys use the same time at home instead of going to your coaching classes, use the time at home. Normally what happens in many cases, you will not even go for a class, not even revise things at home. I am not suggesting that. Find it. Third thing, many people do a mistake these days. They write a lot of mocks. See, writing a mock now onwards, a mock a day, I will say will take you towards burnout. I suggest stop writing mocks, reduce the number of mocks on a per week basis which you are writing. I will suggest write a mock say 3 or 4 days prior to CAT, write it in 1 hour 45 minutes. Right? Do not even evaluate it, do not even check it. Ask someone to evaluate it and ask that person to share the score with you if it is good. And if it is not good, that person can only share with you that the score is good, but will not share what the score is. Right? Take my words, it will be good. Take my words, if you will do it, your score will be good. Right? Instead of writing mocks at this point of time, I have already suggested in do's that you better focus on old CAT papers of which percentiles are available. The scores at which the calls were there. For example, if I talk of CAT 2006, a score about 50, 51, 52 was good enough to get 2-3 IIM calls, and about 57, 58 was required to think of 4 or 5 IIM calls. And so on. The data is available for say last 15 CATs, but then let's focus on last 6 or 7. Another don't. Stop studying for long hours. If you have been studying for 8 hours, 10 hours a day, I will suggest stop doing that. Rather, study for 3 times approximately a day for roughly 2 hours each time. So 2 hours, 3 times a day is good enough. This is time enough for you to revise things. At the same time, write old mock papers also. Going back to do's again. One thing if you really want to do, revise 4 areas when it comes to maths. 1. Number system. 2. Geometry and mensuration. 3. Algebra, that is linear equations, quadratic equations and linear equations. 4. Functions. How should you be doing it? I will explain you that also. Pick up approximately 10 mocks which you have written in past 2-3 months, and from those, on a particular day, pick up only number system questions, finish them off in a go, say 3-4 hours. On another day, when you are in mood of doing the same exercise again, do it for geometry and mensuration. On another day, do it for algebra. On another day, do it for functions. 4 most important topics when it comes to math section of CAT of yours will be prepared, and prepared to the best possible level. When it comes to verbal section, in the same fashion, do reading comprehension. Pick up again old mocks which you have written, find out RCs which you have not solved yet, and about 4 RCs for 4 consecutive days. 4 RCs for about 4 consecutive days you should be doing. Do not do them time bound, but then note the time you have spent on them to solve them. Okay. So, all in all, I have shared with you 4 or 5 do's in last 7 days prior to that, and 4 or 5 don't. Focus on them. All the best. I wish you all the best. I wish that all of you come out of CAT with flying colors.